everyone, welcome. Lisa, nursing student here. Thanks for clicking on this video or clicking on this podcast. So in today's episode, I want to talk about why is it so hard for nursing students who have disabilities to get support. So a little recap, if you see my other videos, I've been discussing struggles I've been going through in nursing school to get accommodations in place and the struggles that involve that and how no one's advocating for me and so on. Because students with disabilities, from my perspective at my school, I've had to jump through so many hoops and no one is advocating for students. I know there's nurses out there who have disabilities, and so there have to be supports in place. So I'm just checking my notes here. Because nursing schools are making it harder than it has to be. If a student has a documented disability, give them the accommodation, the support that they need. So I'll bring you also up to speed right now. So I just finished, I'm in a 7-semester program, accelerated program. I just completed semester 6, and I'm supposed to start semester 7, September 7th. Today is August 9th. So the last semester is your preceptorship, and you're supposed to get, your choices and where you're going. As of right now, they're not placing me anywhere because they're saying, okay, we need this accommodation letter. Basically, the letter is saying, it's basically saying these are skills I can do and can't do, how many breaks I need, or what areas I should be in, which are fine and great in theory, but just trying to get that information. It's called in my school accessibility services. A month ago, I was told, okay, the letter from my doctor wasn't sufficient. Firstly, no one gave me information of what details I needed. That's the first thing. And the second thing, it was the doctor, they need to have a diagnosis. I was like, okay. And the person has to know what's going on holidays. Holidays was another thing. So there was someone else covering. But that's a whole different story. It took a while to figure out who was helping me, and it took weeks. So a lot of time is lost. So in between that time, I had my doctor, actually a different doctor. I have two doctors. So my other doctor filled out a form, and they're still saying it's not specific enough. I was like, well, I have my diagnosis. Now they're saying, oh, we need a functional assessment of what skills you can do and can't do in med-surg. Why was I just told this this week? Why didn't anyone tell me a month ago? And my doctor lives really far away. It's an hour there and back. But they said a physio or occupational therapist can do it. So I have a physiotherapist who knows me quite well. So again, it's this time of year. She's on holidays, and so I'm seeing her not till Tuesday. And again, I was like, where is this list of med-surg skills that I should bring in to the physio to assess, okay, what skills can I do and can't do? And so accessibility services is basically throwing on my back again and to the Faculty of Health saying, you can find this through your syllabus, course outlines, or you could use your previous preceptorship experience. Personally, the course outline and syllabus is very broad and vague. It doesn't talk about certain skills that the students will be able to do. It just says psychomotor nursing skills. And secondly, all my previous nursing placements may not align with a preceptorship. The skills may be different. In the early part of the program, it's instructor led. And so you're still learning your skills. By the time you do your preceptorship, you're pretty much almost an independent nurse, do things on your own, and you have a different skill set. So I can use my past experience, but that may not be the skills I'll be doing anyway in preceptorship. See where this is going? And so I had to send a large email to the Accessibility Service Faculty of Health just saying, I need a list of these med-surg skills that I can bring with me to my physiotherapist so they can look when they do their functional assessment of what I can do and cannot do, or she needs a certain amount of breaks or whatever. They always put onus on the student. Why is it so hard to get accommodation in place? And from the very beginning, I wanted detailed specifics of what they need. They keep changing the goalposts of what they need. And no one's taking accountability for anything. But I never let them get away with it. I'm always responding professional, direct in my communication with them. What do you need? And I said, this is not sustainable. How different goalposts are changing. I'm probably going to miss my semester now. And now you won't place me anywhere, in places I know I can work, like mental health. Like, I'm willing, this is ridiculous. I'm even willing to travel. I'm in British Columbia. I'm willing to travel to other areas, Vancouver Island, northern BC, which is like 8 hours away from me. So I'm willing to go to all these places, which I shouldn't have to, by the way, to, there's my cat, to get a placement. Like, this is just, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. And again, there's no advocate. Like, I was talking to a member of my family, and they're like, is there a student advocate? It's like, yeah, you don't know the half of it. No, I'm the only advocate. There's no advocate. There's a student association. The advocate position is vacant. So that says a lot, doesn't it? So, yeah. I want to point out, just have a discussion. It's more just me, how I'm not able to get my accommodations. This is a bigger picture. This is a bigger problem. And it's actually beyond people with disabilities, like how they don't support students. They expect us to advocate for patients and their families. But who is advocating for nursing students? And you expect us to go in the field and just give from an empty cup. Like, by the time we're finished, like, some of us are just burnt out and nothing to give. It's almost like by the time we finish, some of us are leaving the profession before we even started. Like, the government says, oh, we need more nurses. Yeah, well, what are you doing in the schools? I even reached out to different news media just because people, they don't hear the side of the nursing struggle in schools and how these schools are set up and don't support students. You hear about, oh yeah, there's not enough nurses in the hospital, whatever. I only heard back from one, and they said, we'll see, we'll let you know. So maybe even the media is not interested. But I think it has to be more than just me that students are struggling with. So, like, and stop putting the onus on the student. Stop being so toxic. Nursing is changing. It's not just the bedside, and then people don't want to stay in the bedside because it's dangerous. There's violence in the hospital. Like, here in Canada, security guards aren't armed. They're called relational security guards, so they're trained in like trauma-informed care and this and that, de-escalation. But nurses are already trained in that. They know that. But the point is, nurses need help when things go off the rails, when someone's chasing a nurse with an axe. Like dealing with their trauma, like that time, that's not going to make a difference. Like, so nurses aren't safe. Students aren't safe. There was a situation where a nursing student was attacked. And there's another one a couple weeks ago. A nurse was leaving her shift in the parkade. She was like stabbed in the face. Like, so you got the violence in the hospital, you got the toxic work culture, and you have management who's not really giving a beep about the nurses. Like in BC, we have these new ratios. Like in med-surg is supposed to be 1-4. I've only been on one unit where they follow that ratio. That's in I was on the general medicine unit at VGH. So if they're short staffed, they would close a bed so they can follow the ratio. But everyone else, I don't see anyone following it. Because they say, oh, those nurses are going to come because we have these ratios. Well, you can't even retain them. Like in northern BC, they have like $30,000 signing bonuses. Nurses don't want to go up there. You can't just throw money at a problem. Like, so yeah. So let me know, yeah, if you're a nursing student with any kind of disability, let me know in the comments. Reach out. I want to hear your story. Even if you don't have a disability, maybe you're like me, you're a non-traditional nurse, like you're going back to school and you're a little bit older. Because this is not sustainable. I see the system just collapsing even more. Like, it's common in my area to see ERs are closed at night sometimes, and the rural areas, they're closed. This is a discussion that has to continue. I will keep you updated with what's going on with me. So Tuesday, I'm going to get my functional physio assessment. Fingers crossed, this is the last thing that they need. And then they'll say, okay, now we'll have a meeting and now we can set up an accommodation plan for Lisa. And So, but I don't know. I have hope, but I don't trust the system to be there for me. So we'll see. All right. Thank you, everyone. I will see you in the next video or podcast. Take care.